Animal Crossing in my soup. Monkeys and rabbits. Loop-de-loop. You know, when I was little, I thought animal crackers were gross. I love that song. Always have. Always will. But I thought it was basically like licking sand. They just had a crusty texture to them that I could not get past. But y'all know, as much as I don't love animal crackers, I love you, and I'm so glad to be back with ACNH and our awesome Animal Crossing family. So high five. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Excited to be here with you. My gyroid friends are like, hi. Haven't seen you in a long time, boom boy. Let me pick you up, cuddle you, hug you, squeeze you, and just imagine I'm doing the same deal because I love all of you, and it's so good to be back together. Today, we're talking about the future, which is always a fun thing, because look, 2.0, it's been thrilling. It was kind of chilling now that it's winter, but we are ready for more. I think at least a lot of you are. I posed the question on Discord, and it sounds like a bunch of you really want something new. And today we're talking about what's next for ACNH, update-wise, and what we want to make this game truly the best. They did plenty, don't get me wrong. And hit that like button if you agree. 2.0, fantastic. You still loving this game? You still playing? Me too. Let me know in the comments down below what you want most, because hey, you are the eyes and ears that know best. You've been playing this game for hundreds, if not thousands of hours. You have built better islands than I have, and you guys know that when this game gets an update, it's just all that much more exciting. So let's dive in and try to figure out what's next for AC. The holidays are over, so now it's time to sit back, relax, and play with your face. Or better yet, play with some Disney faces, because today's video is brought to you by Disney Emoji Blitz, an awesome strategic match 3 puzzler full of your favorite characters from the Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars universes, each with their own special power-up. And this is the best time to download the game because they're adding a whole new class of emoji. Look, they got silver, gold, rainbow story, and villain emoji, but here in January, they're adding crystal emoji in the form of Garnet Mini. She is glorious and adds to an awesome ensemble of characters, and she's available right now. So make sure to click the link in the description down below to download the game. You can even use the emoji in your text chat conversations, and I'm gonna sweeten the pot by giving away 3 $20 eShop gift cards. All you gotta do is download the game using my link in the description down below, reach level 30, then take a screenshot of your progress and share it with me. So make sure to click the link in the description down below. Every time you do, it helps support the channel, and you get a great game for free. I'm telling you, it's super fun to play with these faces. The winter is coming to a close, at least for certain parts of the world. I feel like the winter months are about to wrap up over here on the West Coast. I know some of you are deep in it. It's just raging, right? The storms are setting in, the ice is still frosty, and those temperatures are still way too low. But I want to talk about what we need now. 2.0 did bring a ton. It brought all the characters, it brought the roost, it brought home deck upgrades up the wazoo. It brought new villagers. But is there more that we need, and is there more in store? Nintendo has made clear that there aren't any major updates, but let's go to the people and see what you guys want in terms of making this game an even prettier piece of art from the main men and women and everyone over at Nintendo. Red Jedia says Cyrus making model fossils, and I think that would be very neat because more action in the Critterpedia is something I'm all about. I love that we have so many bugs and so many fish, and we have fossils. It would be nice to have model fossils, and it'd honestly be nice to have more fish and bugs. I think Critterpedia upgrades, I don't know if that qualifies as a huge upgrade, but it's something that I think could be a small addition that would go really well. And I'm already, this year, 2022, it's supposed to be better, man. Cranston, thank goodness. Okay, you're freaking me out there. I thought this boy was about to bust a move. This one is for the dreamers. All right, Yerson Peterson says, paid Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival DLC, but upgraded with better minigames and quality of life. Now, I've been wondering myself, would Nintendo dare bring back the Amiibo Festival? Obviously, Amiibo aren't that popular anymore. I mean, to some people they are, but they don't have the ring that they used to have. But Amiibo cards, on the other hand, are still a hot rage, especially for this game. So would Nintendo ever think about spinning off in the realm? That's really cool. It's like a Rorschach test, but with Christmas. Anyhow, would they think about expanding back into the minigame realm for a spin-off AC? I've seen a lot of people say that, hey, Animal Crossing did so darn well, they have to spin this one off. Like, they just have to. It would make such little sense to just skip out for another 6 or 7 years. Then I point your attention to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and say that game sold like gangbusters too, and they haven't made a new one anywhere. This whole generation, they haven't done a new one. So I don't know if they'll do a new AC, but if they do on Switch, I bet my butt it will be a spin-off of this sort. Amiibo Festival, I don't know. I feel like Amiibo Festival was so critically panned and so not loved that I'm not sure Nintendo wants to try that pool again. I think they dive somewhere else and maybe give us some other type of spin-off. Then again, Happy Home Paradise sort of feels like a spin-off of sorts, and I don't know if Nintendo will do more than that. Perhaps Happy Home Paradise and New Horizons are the two pieces we get here on Switch, and maybe this game will just become an evergreen title, eventually dropping in price and just being a mega hit as we wait for the next system, which probably isn't too far off. Insiders are pegging it around 2024, which is 2 years away, and then at that point, hey, it's fair game to get anything AC on the new one because you do want to bring this now insanely popular franchise to a console that they can, rack up the dollars, making you buy in what better way than games like Mario Kart and Animal Crossing. But TBD, we'll see. I would love an Animal Crossing spin-off. I think even if it's Amiibo Festival, they have a chance to right the ship, and mini-games are one of the most requested additions for ACNH, and it's something we don't have. It's completely missing. So there's an entire void there, and an upgraded, improved, better Amiibo Festival, it could fill it. Ardurnared. Admiral Red says, I wish we could customize buildings like resident services like we could in New Leaf. I miss being able to customize default buildings to match my theme. And that is such a wonderful missing from this game. They gave us so much flexibility within our houses and the homes of other villagers, but I feel like the buildings have been ignored. It's something that they didn't really pay a lot of attention to. There's not a lot of TLC there, and our buildings all are very basic. So for all the customization that we can create with all the awesome items and with the ability to make our house as magical as we see fit, there's no real way to do it up with resident services or Nook's Cranny or the Able Sisters. Now, a lot of people have suggested shop upgrades as well, and that is a big ask, something that I don't think will ever happen. Everyone points to Nook's Cranny's mysterious staircase in the background, the ladder, whatever you want to call it, the void, right? It goes to nothing, the nothingness upstairs. And sadly, I don't think that's ever going to be reached. I think it is just meant to be a tease or a hint that there's more in store than meets the eye, and you're just left to linger on the first floor. But building modification, customizable buildings, that seems like a quick fix that would really help just cement and finalize a lot of islands. If your museum could match your theme, I know many of you would feel a lot better, right? Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mantle says Zelda crossover items, and of this whole list, it's the most likely. It's the most likely. We've talked about Zelda making its way into AC before. They do already have the villagers established, and we do know that Zelda is going to pump out a pretty awesome year. As long as Breath of the Wild 2 hits, this will effectively feel like it is the wonderful anniversary we've been aspiring to, and we've been anticipating, and maybe we'll finally get it in 2022. And I find it hard to believe that Nintendo would not want to cross over into ACNH. They did it with Sanrio, they did it with Mario. Why not with the amazing Legend of Zelda? So I think of all the things, Mickey, this is what you're most likely to get. Now let's turn the TV to the next channel and see what Ginny thinks. Because Ginny is thinking sensible. And Ginny says the ability to purchase more than one color variant of clothes at the Able Sisters, that's legit all I want. Quality of life, my friends. Timmy and Tommy, can't you tell your darn uncle that we need QOL? It's something that would be a simple update, and honestly, quality of life could be included in patch notes. Right, we've gotten a number of small updates since 2.0, and they've addressed things as little as, like, fixing a small bug, but as big as bringing gyroids onto the beach, and as big as adjusting Katrina's deliverable items. So asking for something like multiple color variant picking at Able Sisters or batch crafting is not out of the realm of possibility, and it is indeed something that Nintendo could add in a very small update, perhaps around the anniversary, just to sort of cement things as like, hey, this is what players and people have been wanting, and we want to deliver. I know it would make delivery a lot better for all the clothes and items we want. And then I'm going to follow that up with Yuki, who has this awesome little Grogu picture. The ability to search for items when going through the storage and when decorating in HHP. Now, for decoration, that would make things a lot more simple. And if you're going through a big bundle of storage with the storage upgrades we've seen as of late, you got a lot of things to choose from, a lot to pick. And if you could just search your storage, I think that would make things a lot smoother. Making things smoother is, again, something totally patchable and something that's totally plausible, even given Nintendo's new realm of how they say no more major updates. Now, Darth AJU is thinking like, man, I want to feed Nintendo all the delicious desserts and try to bribe them into doing something beautiful, which is a use for Cap'n Islands. And I thought this was quite the disappointing criticism. Not disappointing from Darth AJU, but it's just the truth. My guy Captain here is so cool. One of the coolest additions and one of the biggest freakouts we've ever had was knowing that Captain was going to be the captain in this game. And then his islands ended up yielding not so much. You got the vines, and yeah. Brewster was there in his wonderful vacation get-up. It was fun for the first few days. Cap'n is clapping his way towards irrelevance, though, by not including more special sauce for players that do play all the time. Cap'n is actually most useful for casual players who don't want to time travel or don't play all the time and would like to visit other seasons to acquire interesting items and other sets that they maybe aren't privy to. So Cap'n feels like more of a casual inclusion than a hardcore inclusion, and I think Cap'n, man, it won't happen, but it would be brilliant if Cap'n was modified to include more islands, more discoveries. And I suppose patching Cap'n Islands isn't that much bigger than bringing gyroids onto the beach. Gyroids onto the beach is modifying the way that things appear on your island, the way that a system works. So modifying Cap'n Islands, not like adding new islands, but maybe just jumbling up what can appear there, could work. I guess the issue is, what all could you add? Because since there aren't new fruits and there aren't new veggies, what can Cap'n Islands actually do? Besides give you specific villagers or offer different like breed islands where like, oh, this is a goat island, this is a deer island, this is a monkey island. That would be nifty, but it doesn't seem all that likely. Now, Lumina Starlight has something that everybody wants, and it's felt weird that Nintendo has chosen to not incorporate this. I want usable amenities that we don't have to do weird cheats to use. Pocket Camp has all sorts of things the villagers can enjoy, like merry-go-rounds and a pool. It would really take New Horizons to a whole new level, and you're right, it would. Villager interaction is something people always push for, whether it's hugging, high-fiving, sitting down, or slurping a nice warm drink. Interactables, it would just be so great. I mean, sometimes they do interact with things, but it's not really at a 2022 level, if you ask me. And I think that is unfortunately going to be saved for the next Animal Crossing as a way to really up the ante. How do you make the next game feel more new than New Horizons? They've upgraded the visuals, they've upgraded the villagers, they've brought in all the characters, they have a ton of cool daily routines that you can run through. The island is big and beautiful, the seasons are varied and great. I think this is something that's saved for the next game. Maybe on purpose. Maybe they purposely know, hey, we can make villagers better, we can make interacting with them much more interesting, and that will be a tentpole feature to help reel you in to spend your $60 on the next game. I don't think there's any hope of villagers becoming more dynamic. The AI is set, and this isn't Westworld. We can't download and upgrade. I think it's going to be the way it is, and I'm hopeful that the next game does focus on villager interaction and sort of more lifelike realism in that way, a living, breathing town, as a touchstone to really make the next game feel better. Now, Winter Wolf has something that I cannot believe is not in the game. This is mind-boggling to me. It oogles the ogles. Fruit trees from New Leaf, like banana, lemon, mango, lychee, durian, and persimmon. Ground fruits, a new type of fruit, like watermelon, blueberries, grapes, pineapple, strawberry, raspberry. New veggies, like squash, peas, cabbage, corn, onion, and ginger, and he's got great ideas. I don't even care what they add. It's bonkers to me that they did bring in such a thorough system for vegetables and farming and included so few. There's still that weird thing where Nintendo did say more vegetables, more crops, and then there weren't more crops. I'm not sure if they were planned to be more, or it was just a strange turn of phrase. I do think a crop is something that could be added legitimately. I don't think that's too crazy of an ask, and I think seasonally that's something that could pop up at Leafs, and it would just be a small shop inclusion. Now, in theory, modifying shops is something Animal Crossing has proven they are willing to do, because they have smallly updated, Bunny Day with new gifts, and they've updated the holidays like Halloween, even with the cookies and such. So new items is something that, yes, did get poured in for 2.0, but perhaps there are a few more that they want to patch in. I just can't understand when you have such a cool system of trees and veggies and crops, why you wouldn't bring in more fruits, because that would be the best way to improve Cap'n. His islands would be so much more fertile, literally, if there were more crops and fruits to get. So dang it to me, Tommy. Tell your dang uncle, we want more fruit and veggies. All right, my friends, that is going to do it for this video. I'm going to be back with a part 2 because there's so many ideas and so many interesting things that I want to give you my take on and that would make this game better. We have more in store. And if you want to be part of the conversation and maybe even be featured in the next video, make sure to head over to the Discord and check out the Wanted Updates question column. All right, I'll put a link to the Discord in the description down below. In fact, it's always there, so you can join up and be part of our awesome community. I'm so glad to see you guys. I'm going to go visit Cap'n, not because I expect him to deliver anything amazing, but because I'm going to bribe him to sing animal crackers in my soup for me. Just for me, Cap'n. Special Zach from SwitchForce edition of your serenade. Let's do it. You guys are awesome. I'll serenade you on the way out. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you so much. Hit that like button and definitely stay in touch. Make sure you're staying safe, happy and healthy, positive and well. The weekend is yours. Please make it swell. I love you so much. Hit the like button before you go. And thank you once again, my friends. Let's watch this community continue to grow. Till next time, everybody. Love you lots. Thanks again. SwitchForce out!